Hello and welcome to Atoms Are Galaxies. This is the meandering metaphysics of Zarbo, your host, me. Today we're going to be talking about 369. What the antimatter? Kind of like, what the deuce? So first off, let's hit 369 first, then we'll cycle back up to matter and antimatter, and then we'll kind of stitch them together a little bit as well. So 369 comes from Tesla, I believe. Mathematical or just number construct, kind of neat. You take 1 times it by 2, you get 2. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. And then if you equate down the numbers 1 and 6 from 16, you get 7. 16 and 16 is 32. 32, 3 and the 2 is 5. 32 and 32 is 64, 6 and 4 is 10, and 1 and 0 is 1. And this creates a pattern as far as you want to go. Test it out yourself of 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. You also don't have to go way out in numbers. You can just take 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8 is 16. 16 equates to 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10, which is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So you get the pattern that way as well. Similar with 3 and 6, you do have 3 and 6, 6 to 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 12 and 12 is 24, the 2 and the 4 is the 6, and it creates the same pattern, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, all the way back. And then if you add all the numbers from 1 to 8, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way to plus 8, you get 36. 3 and 6 is 9. So Tesla's 369, 3 and the 6 being the two sort of master domains, and 9 being the all-encompassing number of everything. Which, I guess that's a good pause point there, once we get the construct done. So let's go to what the antimatter. Currently today, we really don't experience antimatter that much in our lives, at least so we think. Right now, it's basically just laboratories like CERN and whatnot in Europe. You have scientists making matter, and then they'll do whatever with this. And if the fun thing with matter is it ever touches matter, since they're totally opposites, they will purely annihilate each other. Best way to sort of think about this is you have an eddy spinning left or clockwise, and another eddy spinning right counterclockwise, and they come together, and no more eddy because they perfectly annihilate each other. And then everything, just all the energy from the eddies goes to the ambient water around it. And then what about just antimatter in our existence, in our cosmos? So currently physicists think, at least one of their theories, is that when the Big Bang happened, kaboom, you have something like 51% matter and 49% antimatter. So after the antimatter and matter annihilated itself out, 49 with 49, you're still left with 2% matter, which would be the observable universe today. However, that is not my theories on antimatter. I believe, especially with the atom and the galaxy and getting into the four-brain double torus, as we evolve the show, you'll see that antimatter and matter to me are the exact same thing. The easiest way to describe that is I have my matter self, and right on top, transposed, is my antimatter self, and we're actually four-dimensional beings, or we live in a four-dimensional cosmos as well. Another good analogy or an example would be to think of the scientist in the laboratory again creating matter or antimatter. You would have the exact same scientist but in his antimatter self creating matter. So when the matter scientist looks at these creations and says, wow, I have antimatter, there is an antimatter scientist looking at the matter and going, wow, I created matter. But to each of them, it's always the opposite, right? So both the matter self and the antimatter self are going to say antimatter because it's the opposite of what they think. Almost like a mirror world, a little bit. Exactly like a mirror world. So then stitching these together, why I did put them in the same episode is because, and this is sort of going to come back onto the holographic universe later, and why we do experience our universe as a hologram or the wave-particle duality. It's all going to be from this sort of matter-antimatter duality, or the four-dimensional construct of ourselves. So you basically have a center line of 9, and this is kind of what we are, but we have no idea to really experience this, or even does it exist, does anything exist. And And you have energy shooting out of, or sorry, you're in the realm of 1, 2, 4 over here, and in the realm of 8, 7, 5 over here, and this would be your 3 dimensions, your X, Y, and Z. And this would be negative X, negative Y, negative Z. And the energy pushing through this way would be 3 energy. The energy pushing this way would be 6 energy, or negative 3 kind of thing. And it oscillates in like AC energy back and forth. And you actually, we are this 9 thing, and through projection into the matter world, you have, let's say, a cube, or whatever, experience a cube, for a 3-dimensional cube, and then the energy of 6 pushing it into the antimatter world, you would see the negative cube. And realistically, it's sort of this fictitious entity right in the middle, which will also be the twist. Remember I said last episode that black holes really don't exist to me, and I'll start referring to them as a twist, and it's really just the twist in energy from the matter world to the antimatter world, and that is what a black hole kind of is. To sort of skip ahead a few episodes, you have all this energy coming down. That's why it looks like an eddy or a whirlpool with the galaxy arms, and it goes through the twist and then comes out into the antimatter realm. So anyways, I did this episode already, and it cut the episode half off. I think I like that one a lot better, but this does convey the message as well. So again, please leave your questions, comments, concerns below, both negative and positive. Will help guide the show. See you next time.